how did I leave the Housewives the final time? So I was in a relationship with someone and experienced a very tragic death right before we started filming. And nevertheless, I showed up right at the beginning of the season and filmed like a champ and a warrior. I mean, it was brutal, and I did it. So the very next season, I was looking for a reason to not come back. When you just are looking for a reason. And I had cast Leah, but I didn't find out until days before filming started that they actually signed her. So like I had sent her, cast her, and they were really talking back and forth with me to try to get her. And then we were gonna be starting filming, and they never even told me who the other person was. We kept saying, who's the other person? Makes sense that they want to keep everybody in the dark because they don't want it to be mayhem, but the person that I referred, they didn't even tell me. So I called Andy and I called the producers, and I was pissed. I was like, it's my person and you don't even tell me. You just feel like a loser so many times. Just so you know, you feel like you're just a pawn and a piece, and every housewife will verify that. I did not leave because of money. I got the money that I wanted, and it was a significant amount of money. I left because of a deal point. And it was really an excuse to leave. It was based on what had happened with Nene and Lisa Vanderpump, where they didn't film many scenes in an entire season, so they had episodes without them in it. So Bravo now had something new in contract saying you will only be paid for episodes you appear in. Separately, the production company had said, we're not going to air any episodes that you wouldn't appear in. That's ridiculous. And I knew that. But there was something about the principle of it that bothered me, because I was just off a season where I could have very well not filmed and had a great excuse because someone just passed away, but I came in always on time, always delivering. And I was just frustrated and pissed. And I told my lawyers, that's a deal breaker. So they asked Bravo's lawyers, is this best and final? And Bravo's lawyers, head of legal, said, yes, it's best and final, which means in a deal, we're done. I said, fine, I'm going to announce that I'm leaving, and you can tell them I'm gone. And my lawyer said, no, you know how it goes with them. Every time the game starts, if you don't walk on the field, they're going to change and they're going to fold. And I'm like, right, but I'm a grown-ass woman that negotiates like a grown-up. I don't play cat and mouse with a network. So we walked. They had said best and final. It's very normal, best and final. Later, I spoke to the head of the production company, and they both were like, well, why didn't you call the head of the network and you could have talked about this? And I'm like, what are you talking about? It was best and final. When the head of your legal says best and final, it's best and final. They were very upset with me that I didn't call them personally and didn't work it out personally. What are you talking about? I had my lawyers go back and forth for a month. What is the point of lawyers? What is the point of the head of the legal department? And what is the point of best and final if it's not best and final? I was looking for an excuse and didn't want to be there, but the reason that I left the Housewives for the final time and the best time was because of best and final. So in negotiating, say what you mean and mean what you say. You don't play cat and mouse. And I remember talking to them and just saying, like, I'm not a baby. I'm not like, oh, I know you guys were just kidding when you said best and final. Like, I walked. Peace out.